Hello! Today I want to make a video about my knitting plans this autumn. I wanted to make somewhat realistic plans, so even though I don't expect myself to finish everything, I am trying to at least cast everything on and hopefully finish most of them. So I'm planning to do 8 projects, 4 garments and 4 accessories. And for my plans, I have thought about few points to create the sort of overarching themes for my plans this autumn. So first of all, I want to make a variety of projects. So not just, 4 sweaters and 4 socks, but a little bit of everything. Second, I want to make things that I actually need. So something that I don't have in my wardrobe yet, and some things that I have really felt like I want for a long time. And this, I think, will also show in my color choices, because I love knitting with color, as you can see in the Stephen West shawl behind me, but I really need some more neutral knitwear. Then thirdly, I want to use up some stash yarn. I'm trying not to buy much yarn for my autumn projects, and I want to use up what I have in my storage already. And then lastly, I want to knit cozy autumnal projects. So definitely everything will be very seasonal, at least in my opinion. So I wanted to see if I could fit all of the yarn that I have for these projects in one bag, and I could. So this is all of the stash yarn that I want to use for these projects, and hopefully going through the yarn will also help me stay on track with the projects that I want to talk about. So first on my list is the Aran cardigan by Hitomi Shida. It's featured in this book, which is a stitch dictionary mainly, but it also has a few patterns. Now let me see if I can show it on the book without showing the stitches. Ooh, kinda. Well, I should have a picture next to me showing the cardigan. So as the name says, it's an Aran cardigan, so using Aran or worsted weight yarn. And the yarn that I only have 3 balls, so I will most likely have to buy some more for the cardigan. It's the Puralana Ecologica by Cesia. It's an Italian yarn. It is 50% wool and 50% alpaca, and I think this would make such a lovely warm cardigan for the autumn and winter season. And this sort of light brown color is something that I don't have in a cardigan yet, but I think I would get so much use out of. And the pattern, very typical of Hitomi Shida, it has very intricate cables and lace, and it also has a V-neck with a button band. So definitely it's going to take a lot of time, but it's going to keep me interested for a long time as well. Then the second pattern on my list is by, I have to check my notes on my laptop, is by Anna Strandberg, and her pattern Tampere sweater. And it's a white sweater with a textured pattern, and I really want to make it in white. That's part of what drew me to the pattern, and I don't know if I can show all of the balls at once. Let me try. I have quite a lot for this one in my stash. Ooh, now I'm struggling. Yes, so all of this is the optical white in the Jamieson and Smith jumper weight yarn. And if you're wondering why I have so much in my stash, these are from a frogged sweater. So I think they would fit this project much better than the project that I had to frog. So very much looking forward to this. Let me see if there's anything else I want to say about this pattern. It's available in English and Swedish. Yeah, the one by Hitomi Shida is only in Japanese, but it's charted, so no problem. Let me see, anything about the construction. It's worked in the round, top down. Okay. Then the next pattern on my list, still in the garments, is the Carrie's Slipover by Mary Wallin, and it's in her Cumbria book. And I have knit a couple of patterns from this book, actually 3 patterns from this book already, and I think Carrie's Slipover is one of the most popular patterns, so it's strange that I haven't knit it already, but this autumn I really want to make it. I haven't knit any slipovers yet, so there's definitely space for them in my wardrobe. And for that one, I should have pretty much all of the colors. Once again, I'm not sure if I can show all of them because there is so many. I feel like half of this video is just me trying to pile yarn on my chest. Is that everything? No. So many colors, but of course that's part of the charm. So I think this should be all, or at least most of the colors for the slipover. I am using the recommended colors. These are all British Breeds yarn, except for one, because I don't have the color Mallard, so I'm substituting it for Mulberry, which is the dark one I have right there under my chin. And Mulberry is going to have a bit more contrast than Mallard, but I have swatched it and I think it looked pretty nice. Yeah, that's all of the colors in one place. I think I might still be missing a color or two because there are so many. Okay, then the last garment on my plans I actually don't have any yarn for, so this one is probably going to be much lower in my priorities. It's actually another sweater by Anna Strandberg. It's the Soe sweater. I'm sorry, I know that the word is in Estonian, but I'm not entirely sure how it's pronounced. And it's in this Line magazine, number 16. And I bought this magazine a couple months after it came out, and I still haven't knit anything from it. So that's part of the reason why I want to knit that sweater. But also because it's a beautiful design and I think it would be very versatile in my wardrobe and I would get a lot of use from it. It has some cables along the sleeves and it's also worked top down, so I think it would be very breezy, just something easy and relaxing to knit. So that's for all of the garments that I'm planning to knit. So those were all the garments that I'm planning to make, and next I have 4 accessories. The first one is a pair of socks, and I want to make the pattern 24H Avec by Niina Laitinen, which was published in the Arabia X Novita sock magazine a couple of years ago, and I have the digital copy of the magazine. It's a pretty simple textured sock, and I'm going to use this ball of yarn for it. It is the recommended yarn 7 veljestä by Novita, but if you're familiar with the yarn, you can tell that my label is pretty ancient, because this ball of yarn has not only been in my stash for a couple of years, but before that this one has been in my grandmother's stash for who knows how many years. So I'm very happy to be finally using this yarn for a pair of socks, and I think that the color is perfect for autumn. It's immediately giving me those cozy autumn vibes. Next is a hat pattern. It's the Run Rabbit Run hat by Lumikarmitsa, and for that one I should have all of the colors already. Let's see. I'm also picking a few that I showed already, because for the hat I'm going to use such a tiny amount that I shouldn't be running out of anything. So there we go. So these should be enough for the hat, except maybe I have some colors. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use the grays actually. Yeah, these grays were actually for the Carrie's slipover, not for the hat. Sorry about that. I have too much yarn. I'm getting a bit lost in the yarn here. So these should be the colors for the Run Rabbit Run hat. And as you can see from the picture next to me, it's going to have beautiful color work. I am so excited to make this hat. Lumikarmitsa is known for these very intricate, very descriptive color work patterns, and I haven't done any of their patterns, so I'm super excited to make this one. But in fact I was so excited to knit a pattern by Lumikarmitsa that I included another one, which is a pair of mittens. So the next pattern are the Mummola mittens by Lumikarmitsa, and for those, I'm going to use a mix of British breeds for the main color. This is the color Chestnut, and some Jameson and Smith for the contrast colors. So I have the natural white and this light blue to make the roses. And so these mittens are another colorwork pattern with 2 different colored roses that are sort of placed in these rows. And I think they are just so cute and charming. I'm really excited to make them. And oh yes, I actually forgot another. So this is another color for the, this was for the hat. It was on the bottom of the bag, just the dark brown Jameson and Smith wool. Okay, then I'm finally getting to the bottom of my plastic bag and to the final pattern of my plants. And this is the, I have to take a deep breath trying to pronounce the Norwegian name. It's the Gode Vibber hals. I'm not going to make the headband, only the cowl. And so the cowl has a cable in the center, and the pattern, I'm all over the place, I'm sorry. The pattern for the cowl and the headband is by Kristine Fjellheim, and it originally uses Sandnes garn, fritidsgarn, but I am substituting for Kamma Roses Snefnug in this, I think the color is called Powder, this very light pink color. I only have one knitted scarf, so I think this would be really useful this autumn, and I know that this yarn is super soft, so it's definitely not going to bother me, even like right next to my neck. So I think this one will be very successful. So that was everything for my autumn plans. Like I said in the beginning, I am not expecting to finish everything, but I did want to make plans that are realistic enough that hopefully I will finish most of these, and I am planning to cast on everything in September. So for now, until the end of August, this will stay in the planning realm. I will swatch for the projects that I haven't swatched yet, and yeah, just waiting until September. Thank you for watching, and bye!